So, what's up, everybody? We are back
Yo,
for
yo,
another
yo.
Johnny Dehn podcast.
Yes, sir.
Exclusive with the one and only. So, yeah, so we're back. I know fans got a lot of questions. I know.
I hope they do.
Yeah, they do. We wrote them all down here, so I know a lot of people got stuff on their mind. Johnny Dehn's here to answer them. So
Yeah, bro. I've been a little quiet lately, but I've just been pre-rolling everything out that's to come in the next 4 or 5 months. I plan on dropping a new album at the end of this year in Q4 to see what's popping with that. But the first few months, I've been posting some of my old clips of old music from 2021, 2020. A couple of reels here and there, just showcasing a lot of the songs that I don't think got enough attention or enough light that I really think deserve more eyes and listeners. So I just been kind of repurposing content, for the first half of or first quarter of 2023. So I'm just kind of in go mode now, trying to figure out some new, fresh sounds for the fans because, I don't want to sound the same. I want, my voice to evolve. I want to change a little bit as I keep progressing, keep getting older and more aged and more experienced in the game. And I'm underground. I'm not mainstream. So the fans that do listen to me, they are hardcore listeners. They love, my sound. They love my style. They love that underground grittiness. And, I'm trying to also appeal to new audiences and gain, a new style of more, emotional feels type stuff, to bring some of those people in. Because I want to be a well-rounded artist. I don't want to just be placed in a box of, oh, this guy just does, angry rap and, fuck this, fuck that. Like, I want to have, some depth and layers to my music that really can speak volumes to, every kind of listener. So you have something to listen to and choose from every time you turn on Johnny Dehn,
Oh.
But yeah, bro, I mean, as of late, I've been pretty quiet. I went on a vacation with my family, in the first quarter, first few months of 2023. But, I'm just really getting back into the business, trying to make some other business moves, bring that dollar bill back, baby. It takes money to do this shit. Money doesn't grow off trees. And, I'm not with a big label, so I don't have big backing and big funding putting, into my music and my marketing campaign. So I got to fund everything myself. And, it takes a while to get, the funds and the capital from, outside sources, businesses that I'm building as well. So everything in due time. But, I'm just here. I'm happy to be here with my boy.
Yes,
We're going to
sir.
have some, videos popping up real soon. But, that's been my focus right now. But now I'm really back in the new music mode, and you're going to see a lot more new music from me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, what current projects are you doing like these days exactly?
What current projects?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want to spoil it, but like I said, I do have an album dropping at the end of the year. And I just dropped a new single called The Real World. And it's Andrew Tate style. It's making fun of the situation, not making fun of Andrew Tate, but kind of like portraying him and kind of, bringing to life that character in this song of Andrew Tate. And because, I was a fan of Andrew Tate, when he first came out and was saying all the stuff, what's wrong with the world, why men aren't being treated, how they should be and how, they were in, the early 1900s and stuff like that. But with this song, I just kind of wanted to focus on bringing to life attention and bringing to life the characteristic of the masculine man and why it's so important to have strong men that aren't afraid to stand up for what they believe in. Because if we don't do anything and we just let kind of the world happen around us with all this bullshit that's been going on and all, people going after Trump, this, that, the third, people telling us we can't say this, we can't do that, you're going to be canceled. Ooh, we can't say that because, this party over here is going to, cancel you or not want to fuck with you for, X, Y, Z. So it's just, I don't like all that shit. I want to go back to the 90s and just people, doing raw dog hip hop, just saying, whatever the fuck to get a reaction from the listener and, bring entertainment back into the game. And, bring that heartfelt emotion back into every single time I make a rap or make a song, to have someone connect with it and relate to it that might be going through something that I've went through in the past, and they can relate to that certain situation. So it's just bringing back being not afraid of who the fuck you are and where you want to go, and not letting other people deter you from that vision and from getting the most out of your life and what you feel you deserve, because there's a lot of people telling you you can't do certain things, and I really, with every single bone in my body, cannot stand that. And I know people, we don't like being told what to do. That's why America's so great. It's a free country. This country was built on freedom, and being able to speak your mind with the freedom of speech, that's being slowly stripped away from us to the point where there's going to be no freedom of speech. And that's honestly the scariest thing in the world, having our freedom of speech taken for us right before our eyes. That is probably the scariest thing, because the biggest thing and the only thing we have in this world is the ability to communicate effectively. And if we can't communicate effectively, then what the fuck we're doing? We're just caveman fucking sitting there with our, twiddling our thumbs.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest thing I really wanted to emphasize with this song, and kind of bring to life, and kind of poke fun at certain situations, and kind of be like, what the fuck's going on here? But that was really the focus with this song, and I really want to, bring some more attention to it, in the coming weeks, push the marketing a little bit more, and really get it out there and get the message out there.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
And then, is there another solo album coming this year?
Yeah. Like I said, there's going to be another album at the end of the year.
End of the year.
But I'm not going to spoil it. It's going to be a surprise. But there's going to be another album, probably November, but I'm not sure yet. Just going to see where, these, next songs are going to take me. I'm going to drop a few more singles that might not be on this album, in the coming few months. And then we'll see where we want to take it. But I have a lot of songs in the vault right now that are probably going to be in the building blocks towards the next album. So I'm just stacking the ammo, as they say, and getting ready for this marketing campaign and trying to bring more eyes to my brand before I drop the album. That way I have more buzz around it, and people talking about me, about this recent Real World drop and stuff going on with that. So really just trying to build the buzz, repurpose old songs that I don't think have gotten enough attention over the last few years that deserve it, that I've dropped. So I'm really just trying to emphasize my content creation, whether it's TikTok, Reels, making the most out of it. If Instagram's pushing, the Reel style, TikTok's pushing their short form content. So I'm trying to, lean into that a little bit and see where it takes me.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. And then, other than music, what other adventures have you been getting into lately?
Other than music, well, like I said, man, it takes money for the music. So I've been, working really hard as a businessman as well, trying to take on new endeavors and create more streams of income for myself. That being said, I want to make those streams of income kind of along the same lines of what I'm doing as a musician. So I'm building a marketing company with a corporation called Everyday Success Team. And what we focus on is trying to bring branding, digital marketing, SMS marketing, email marketing, funnels, website integration, Facebook ads, all in one. So someone can really use our services to the utmost utilization and really lean into creating a marketing system, an ecosystem for their brand or whatever they're selling, or if they're a musician, capture fans effectively. So any artists out there that, they really feel like they can scale their brand as a musician and really, take on their merch drops, their SMS, email marketing, all in one space, definitely send me a direct message and we could figure something out for you, because there's a lot of money in, marketing yourself the right way. You don't have to be a superstar to make a shit ton of money. And I tell you that there's now in 2023, there's more independent artists making a full-time living for themselves than there ever has been in human history. That being said, because of all of the tools and all the resources that we have access to now with this AI coming out, there's so much power in it that people really just don't understand it all yet. And we actually have a chat GPT system built into our marketing ecosystem that will manage thousands of conversations for your business, whether it's on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. It'll manage all those direct messages so you can stay in constant contact with your customers or with your fans or whoever you're trying to maintain business with. The chat GPT, it's called Cora integration. It'll actually message all those people for you and keep up with them in a human-like, so people aren't thinking they're talking to a robot. And you can program it so it knows all the information about your business or your brand or your music that you already know, which is actually incredible. That's like a higher package, but the basic package is if someone wants to, get their SMS marketing, their text message marketing, their website building, Facebook ads integration, credit card payment processors all in one, and not having to sign up for a whole bunch of bullshit, different websites with 30 different logins. You can do it all in one with our EDST login, integrate it all together. It also do Facebook posts, TikTok posts, automation, so you can schedule posts out. It'll be your social media manager. So that's what I'm using as an artist, and it's really gaining me a lot of traction. And it's probably the easiest way to build a fan base in an organized way and have everything in front of you. And it's the easiest way to scale and actually start making money from your music if you're an artist, or making money from your products if you're a business owner or whatever the fuck you're selling. So it's really incredible. It's called Systems by EDST, and I recommend it to any small business owner, any artist or musician that's really trying to scale their fan base, scale their merch sales, whatever the hell you're trying to do. Reach out to me. I can help you walk you through the system, and I can, teach you how to sell it to other people as well, and help out other business owners and make a shit ton of money and build out a team. So it's really incredible, but that's what I've been working on aside from the music, because I'm really trying to build an empire and really have, all my passions all in one, where I can help artists, help myself build more fans and really just go the distance as far as creating a sustainable business with my music. Because that's what you are. As an artist, you're a businessman. Like Jay-Z always says, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Like, that's how you got to treat yourself. And you got to treat yourself as a brand, especially in today's social media world, because really you don't need a large network or a label to push you and make a lot of money. It's like this guy, Tucker Carlson, that just got fired from Fox News. This guy was with them for years and, made a hell of a brand for himself. People loved watching him. People thought he was hilarious. And he got fired. They fired him, for whatever bullshit reason, because he wasn't pushing the narrative that they wanted anymore, because as everyone knows, Fox is owned by Disney now, which is kind of bullshit. So he wasn't pushing the correct narrative, so they got rid of him. But now the guy has built up his brand. His social media presence is there. His story is there. And he can be successful in whatever the fuck he wants to do now. So if you build a brand for yourself, get the social media credibility with the numbers, which we can help you do at EDST. If you can do that and sustain that long term, you can go be successful in any platform. You can start up a Twitch. You could start up your own podcast on YouTube and get 1 million followers. If you have that brand and that long-term sustained, recognizable face that, can make an impact and make people, want to fuck with you. So that's really just the direction I'm heading. I want to be, a brand. I want to be someone that people look up to know that you can start from ground zero and literally build yourself up, build your empire and not take shit from anyone and be your own boss. Because this is America. This is the land of opportunity. There's so much opportunity out there. There's no excuse for people to just be sitting on their ass collecting welfare checks and, just letting life happen to them and being the victim. Because really, there's no sympathy for those people, because you choose what you want to do in this life. You can choose to accept the cards you're dealt, or you can go out there, not take no for an answer, and do any possible little thing that can get you out of the current hole you're in and get you into the next phase, get you that stepping stone that you need. There's always something you can do. There's a solution to every problem. So people out there that are really lost, hit me up. I can help you, find your way. There's so many ways to make money out there. Everyone is broke nowadays, and I just really don't get it. There's so many ways to make money. You just got to be ambitious enough to want to go get it, because there's trillions and trillions of dollars out there for the taking, and you're just stupid if you think that you're going to be broke forever, because there's just so much opportunity out there.
No, absolutely. Is there any other projects that you got to the side? Any shows going back to your music? Any like shows, upcoming appearances on tours?
Any other projects or shows? Yes, I'm going to be looking at doing some more shows and venues. I just want to make it the right timing, because I want to be able to drop everything that I have going on, and I want to make sure I have the budget to do it. So as far as shows, yes, the short answer is yes, but I just don't know when. But I would love to do like casinos, whether it's Vegas, Atlantic City. So I feel like the vibe out in casinos for music and concerts and stuff is just on a different level.
Absolutely,
we've been to a few
AC,
that we checked out.
AC, that we definitely should go to Vegas.
Where did we go? We went to Ronnie J. No, not Ronnie J. I always call him Ronnie J. DJ Paulie D.
DJ
right?
Paulie D. Yeah.
We went there in October 2021. That was crazy.
We saw Cash.
Yeah, we were supposed to see 50 Cent this past December. We didn't get to go, which I'm kind of disappointed about. But I feel like it's just a cooler vibe, like going to see a concert at a casino. There's just something about it. It's just
the nightclub,
doper.
The nightclub setting, for sure. I always like nightclub setting, seeing artists at nightclub settings as opposed to like regular concerts, because I feel like you could always get a better view, and it's actually like kind of cheaper in the long run. So absolutely,
I agree with that. And then like, just I don't know, these big concerts at like the Barclays Center or whatever the fuck, like the one we went to with the Jack Harlow. We saw Jack Harlow at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn in October of last year?
Yeah, it was October
2022. And the food was just like insultingly overpriced.
How much?
The food was insultingly overpriced.
How much did you pay for like a hot dog?
$48 for 4 chicken tenders.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Absolutely.
What in the fuck sense does that make? Thanks, Joe Biden, for my $48 chicken tenders. But that's fucking crazy. And the seats were terrible. We paid $268 for nosebleed seats. Yeah. And the seats were disgusting. There was gum on the seats. There was fucking popcorn all over the
and there was like
place.
There was so much room like in the general admission, like where you get to stand in Barclays. Like, and they didn't let more people in. I'm like, why don't you just let more people in? I mean, I'm not much of a standing up kind of guy. I'd rather just sit down. But I thought that was just stupid.
The worst part about this Jack Harlow show is
the audio. My God.
The audio was absolutely terrible. These people spend millions of dollars. You would think that anywhere you sit, you would at least be able to hear what the fuck he's saying. But I couldn't understand a damn single lyric that motherfucker said. No insult to Jack Harlow. It's terrible. It really is. And I don't know, man. It just wasn't worth it. I mean, if you're gonna go to a concert like that, you want to go to like go sit in the front row, for sure. But those were like $1,000+ for the seats. Probably still not worth it. You'd be standing the whole time, and next to sweaty ass teenagers and shit. So I mean, it was a good show. I mean, the production was good. Whatever, it was cool. But the audio was terrible. Seating was horrible, disgusting.
I think it takes like $1 million just to turn the lights on and get the speakers working a day.
Honestly, I mean, I'm sure the kid probably made out like a bandit, but it is what it is. If I were to do a show like that, I would really want more of an intimate setting for my fans. Be closer up to them, and that's what you get with the independent vibe. You get more of a intimate setting with your fans, and are able to fully connect with them better, instead of like a huge like Wembley Stadium in London or shit like that. Like Yeah, people will go because they're going to see Eminem or whoever the fuck or Imagine Dragons, and it's you just want to be in the presence of those people. But the show itself isn't really all that great. It's kind of overhyped, and you can't even really hear what is going on. I would love to go check out Coachella one day.
Coachella? I did always want to go, but I always hear like
didn't
different things.
It just recently happened, didn't it? The 2023 one in April, I think.
Was it? I don't even know
it did. But yeah, man. I think right now, see what we're doing is we're doing a podcast. We're just chopping it up. I'm giving you guys updates of what's going on. And the reality is, as an independent artist, when you're not a superstar, you're not Drake, you're not fucking Tory Lanez, and you're just trying to make a living doing what the fuck you love, it's the best thing in the world, but it's also torturous because you're chasing after your dream, you're doing what you love, but you're struggling to make that dollar, you're struggling to make that dollar bill, and you still live like a normal human being. People aren't going up to you asking for autographs. I might have a little bit of clout, sure, but you don't get that constant validation that a lot of these superstars get, or bigger artists.
I mean, there's been times where people have recognized you, though.
They did, yeah. Which actually I was surprised about. It's probably happened a few times, but it's cool when it happens. But like when you're just struggling to sustain your dream and go after chasing what you love, it's really a love-hate, because there's some nights where you just want to throw in the towel and be like, man, is it really worth dumping all this money, man? $700 for another video. Oh, man, I gotta spend $500, on the ad campaign for Facebook, and it might not even reach the people I really want it to reach. It's very disheartening sometimes when you don't get the traction you want and you're still, depleting your dollars. But, you do it for the love of the game. You do it because you have that little bit of hope that one day, you're going to be a household name and you're going to be recognized on a greater scale. And that's the dream of every artist, that you just want recognition for your blood, sweat, and tears that, you wear on your sleeve, because you're telling your story, you're expressing your pain, and you want to be heard. Everyone wants to be heard. And I think artists want to be heard more because, that's why we do it. We have the courage to, put it out there to the real world and let people know how we feel. But we're also doing it for people to relate to. Because sometimes I make songs in a setting, or I make songs about a situation that actually never happened to me. Like I kind of like story tell, and I'm like, oh, let me write like about this. I got into a fight at a club. I did this. I did that. When that actually didn't happen in reality, but I'm just kind of like creating a movie with the song, in hopes that maybe this actually happened to somebody. Maybe some motherfucker got tripped in a bar and got his face smashed in by a glass bottle or something. Like I'll write some crazy shit, some entertaining movie like shit for a song, just for the thrill of it. And maybe someone out there, maybe that actually happened to them, which probably it did, because there's so many fucking people out there. So
I'm pretty sure you're not the only artist that's done that.
Yeah, no, but that's what I like doing. But some artists, they're like, oh well, I want to stay true to me, and I want to, only write about stuff that actually happened to me. But, sometimes your life isn't that exciting, and you just want to, create some wild shit that, can only happen in your imagination. So that's kind of the whole entertainment aspect of it. But it really is a struggle being an independent artist, because you still have to sometimes work a regular job, and that is a fucking bitch. You're sweeping floors, or you're wiping asses, kissing asses, when you want to be out there fucking performing, stage diving in front of thousands, and you're taking orders from fucking Joe Schmo saying, oh, did you pick up aisle 3? And in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, fuck this shit, man. Like, I deserve so much more. And that's why, you go out and you do other ventures, like trying to make money and do, go forward with efforts in order to expand your horizons, because You know, it's a crazy world out there. You need money for everything. Money runs the world. And you got to trade your time for money when you're first starting out and you ain't got nothing. And when you trade your time for money, sometimes you get lost in the sauce and you're not able to fully focus on the music. And it gets very frustrating and disheartening at times because you want to be putting your heart and soul every single second into your art and sharing it to the world to help people through tough times, to help yourself through tough times and get that recognition. But when you're trying to make that George Washington, it's very, very tough to really dedicate all your time all the time, because you got to make money and you got to survive and you got to, you know, be a provider if you have a girlfriend. You know, that's why I had a situation a few years ago where I was in Arizona living with a girl, and granted it didn't work out. It was an experience. You know, I've talked about it before. But it's very tough when you're trying to balance a regular lifestyle with chasing your dreams. And you don't want to let that dream die, but sometimes the real world gets a little strong on you and tries to push its ideals and beliefs and saying, oh, just settle down, you know, life isn't that bad. But then you remember, you know, why you get up every single day and you want to chase and actually be something other than a Joe Schmo.
Not people get too comfortable.
Yeah, you don't
and people make excuses for being too comfortable, like, no, I'll skip working out, or, you know, I have a hot girlfriend now, let me not work out, let me just follow her lead, I'm making decent enough money, or
you get complacent.
Absolutely.
And when you get complacent, you know, you start becoming average, you start settling into average, and that's when you get trapped in the matrix. And I listen to this guy, this comedian, Chris D'Elia, and I listen to his podcast a lot, and he says some funny shit. But one thing that he says that always sticks out to me is you're either growing or you're dying. You got to be either one or the other. You're either growing or you're dying. So if you're not growing, you're just getting closer to pushing up daisies. And you really just want to do something every single day to push yourself forward, move the needle forward to get closer to where you want to be as a human being. If you're not doing that every single day, you got to look in the mirror and say, why don't I have the motivation to go to the gym? Why don't I have the motivation to get my car fixed? Or why don't I have the motivation to apply for that job or chase after a business when I know it's not guaranteed income, but it could get me somewhere in the future where I want to be? And I think a lot of that just stems from fear of the unknown. And if you let fear of the unknown take over what you have as a vision for yourself as an individual and a human being, that fear will always be more powerful than you. But you got to figure out something inside you that can shut down that fear and overpower that fear. And I think the biggest thing with that is always remembering that, you know, we're not going to be here forever. You know, we're a blip in this universe. We're going to be here such a small time in the grand scheme of planet Earth. So why the fuck not would you go after what you want? Why wouldn't you, you know, get up every single day with a smile, get to the gym, and do something that is going to make the most of your time here on Earth? Because anything other than going after and 100% chasing who you are as an individual is just a complete waste of time. Like people living for the weekend, going, you know, spending all their paycheck in 1 week. You know, they're eating lobster for 1 week and then eating fucking ramen noodles the second week just till the next paycheck comes in. Why would you do that? You save up for 6 months so you have a cushion of cash. You know, eat ramen every single day of the week instead of buying steak for 1 week and then eating ramen. You got to strategize life. You got to think of, how am I going to get from point A to point B? Because if you wake up every single day and you just think about satisfying yourself in the moment, that moment is always going to be gone, and then there's going to be a next thing, and that's why people get stuck in living paycheck to paycheck, and that's why most of America lives paycheck to paycheck, because they want that instant gratification of, okay, this will make me feel good now. Let me go eat something good now, and I'll worry about, you know, the check later. Maybe I can pay my bills in installments, and you know, a month late on my rent. Shit, I could do Uber to but I don't really want to. Do whatever the fuck it takes to get you out of living paycheck to paycheck. Because once you break out of paycheck to paycheck, then you can find something to invest in to get you that next stepping stone so you can have even more breathing room. So it's like strategizing, that goes for anything in life, whether it's, chasing your dreams, relationships, just strategizing every situation, not overthinking it, but playing everything smart so you don't get caught on your heels and trying to scramble and do something that you shouldn't have done. So, but yeah, bro, I mean, for you, what do you think is the biggest reason why people don't go after the real dreams in life? Like, what would you say to that?
To be honest, like I'm thinking about it now, people get discouraged. People listen to others a lot. Like a lot, like, oh, bro, you can't, bro, it's like a 1% chance of you making it big through music. Oh, if I invest in that, or if I try to do that, I'm just gonna lose money. People think of like people are too scared to take chances. That's what it is, and people just listen to other people and get discouraged. A lot of people get discouraged. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Discouragement and self-doubt. That's basically people just too scared to take chances, and people get discouraged. That's what it is.
And believe me, I've been there many a times, many situations where I didn't feel confident enough to really pursue what it is I know I should be doing. And then I think to myself, but why am I so afraid? Everyone's gonna fucking die. We're all gonna die. Why are you afraid to ask for something? A closed mouth doesn't get fed. Why are you afraid to approach this person? Why are you afraid to market your music? Why are you afraid to post on TikTok? Why are you afraid to ask for a raise? Who the fuck cares? Yeah, everyone's in their own world.
Because people are scared of like failure. That's like
or rejection,
or failure, or like rejection.
Or looking like an idiot.
Yeah, or looking like an idiot. But people don't realize that's part of success.
Right.
You fail.
You fall on your face.
Yeah. You learn.
That's
it's
why
a learning
people are
process.
afraid to ask questions. But there's no such thing as a dumb question. The dumbest question is the one that isn't asked.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like everyone is here for a short amount of time. Make the most of it. Fucking pounce on every opportunity that you get, because you might not get another opportunity to wake up tomorrow. You woke up today for a reason. There's still something that you have to do. There's still an unfinished mission that God wants you to go after. That's why, I really like and admire Andrew Tate a lot. The guy is very honorable. People think he's an asshole. People think he's that, misogynist, whatever. The fact of the matter is the guy is very smart. He's very wealthy. He knows how to talk. He knows how to communicate effectively. And if you have all those characteristics, you can rule a country. You could do whatever the fuck you want, because nobody can tell you shit, because you know how to operate in this world. You know how to get what you want. You know to ask the right questions. And that's really the biggest thing in life, is asking the right questions, not being afraid to take a chance on yourself, and knowing who the fuck you are, that you deserve every opportunity that's given to you in this world, because we're only here for X amount of years. So it's like you can choose to sit on the sidelines, you can choose to view things and let life pass by, but that's not the right thing to do. And God sent every single person here for a reason. Whether you're a bum on the street, whether you're Donald Trump, you were sent here for a particular reason. And you have to search for that reason and that purpose, and people are afraid to, and I just think it's preposterous,
No, absolutely.
But I think also, what was I going to say? With music, musicians are very sensitive. We don't like, we get offended easily when people write nasty comments, and that discourages us too. I remember in 2018, I used to get a shit ton of hate on Instagram comments. I had a lot of buzz too in 2018, really starting to promote my music. But, because you might get 10, 30, 40 comments that are good, and then that 41st comment says, bro, this is ass. You should quit rapping. This shit is absolutely terrible. Who the fuck do you think you are? That's the killer. That's the one you're like, the other ones are fire emojis. Fire emojis. Nice, bro. Nice. you get that one that sore thumb that's just like, fuck. Am I really, what am I doing? Like, I kind of feel like an ass. Should I be rapping? Like, you kind of feel like this was all for naught. But then you get messages that say, bro, your music really helped me through a tough time when my mom had surgery and we didn't know if she was going to make it. Like, I turned on your song Good Karma or whatever. I've gotten messages like that. I turned on your song The Real World, or that made me really open up my eyes and really see the world a little bit differently. Like, I want to just like inspire people just to fucking view the world differently, think for themselves, and really relate to someone who has been in a dark situation, low on life, no money, feeling like no girls like you, feeling like, you know, you're a failure, feeling like you suck at school. I've felt all those emotions, felt like you weren't going to do anything. And it's really a shitty feeling, but when you can empower yourself to really lean into your strengths and take your strengths to a whole nother level, because we all have strengths, we all have ability in life to do certain things. And if you know your calling, you really got to lean into it and know, okay, I can do this particular thing very well. Let me see what I can make of it. Really build yourself up in that regard and figure out what it is I've been sent here by God to do. And, you know, we all need to make money, but we all have a calling. And if we can use money as a tool to get from where we are to where we want to be and the person that we know we're supposed to be, that's the biggest thing. So if you keep your vision on that, it becomes a lot easier to sit with yourself every night and be able to focus on your passions and really what makes you happy in life. Because a lot of people out there just wake up, fuck, pour some cereal, turn on the Xbox. Yo, what up, bro? Yo, what's the move for tonight? Yo, we going out? We going to Jay-Z's tonight? Yo, word? Okay. Oh, yo, revive me real quick. Yo, oh, my girlfriend's calling. Hold on. Oh, hey, babe, what's up? Oh, yeah, I'm just playing a game with the boys. Oh, you wanted to go out tonight? Well, babe, I don't get paid till next week. Can we do it maybe Thursday or something?
Nah, they don't say it. They just try to think of something cheaper.
Yeah, actually, why don't we go mini golfing? That sounds, you always want to do that, right? All right, cool. Yeah, bet. All right. See, why would you want to live like that? Like, people like that, they just really confuse me. It's not always, it's kind of their fault, but they kind of let themselves get too complacent. People like that, you know, the video game herbs. And, you know, they just kind of, they use it as like a shield from the real world to deflect themselves from what's really going on in their lives. They use the video game as an escape. And I get it's kind of like drugs. People use drugs to escape. And people don't want to face the shitty situation they're in.
I don't mind video games. Like, it's a
video games.
It's
like I play video games too.
Yeah, it's like a good distraction. But there's some guys that play it
that go OD with it. The video game, it's like they literally live inside the Xbox. They live in the metaverse in the Xbox, and that's their lives. Like, I know this one dude.
Like, I go on it for like once a week, like for 2 hours. You know me.
This
like,
one dude I know, he's friends with my cousin. This dude does not leave the house. He orders Uber Eats every single meal. He literally, like, the parents are worried for him. The kid doesn't leave the house. And
doesn't have friends like that.
There's so many people like that in America that are consumed in a digital world, playing video games, fucking picking their ass, you know, waiting for the next paycheck or on unemployment. And they know they could be doing so much more. Like, if you can fucking go 28-1 in a Call of Duty team deathmatch, why can't you use that same kind of mental capacity, mental skill to transition that to a digital way to start making money online? Because making money online is kind of like playing a video game. You know, you do certain strategies to get a higher score, which the score is the money. So, like, I kind of view making money online kind of like a video game. But I don't get why there's so many talented motherfuckers who play video games like it's their fucking job, getting paid zilch, and, you know, they're losing their girlfriends, they're losing their livelihoods to a video game, they're losing, you know, their mental health, their sanity.
I feel like video games and And social media.
And social
You know
media.
how many how many girls and guys are just like 3 to 5 hours on social media. People if you ask people nowadays, like, do you have any hobbies? A lot of people don't have hobbies.
People don't have fucking hobbies, bro.
People have no hobbies.
And it's honestly scary. Like, it's scaring me that this is how America is turning into. People are turning into complete herbs, and they're living in a digital world when they could be using that same energy that they're putting into in the video games and beating these games and getting these high scores. They could be using that mental energy and using it to make money online the same way, the same focus, but they just choose not to go after shit like that because they don't feel like they can, or they think everything's a scam, or everything's too good to be true. Everything's not a scam. You're just thinking that the world's out to get you when it's really not, and you're just not being open-minded, and you're just comfortable playing Call of Duty Team Deathmatch every night after your fucking 9-to-5 shitty job, taking sales calls or wherever the hell you are, and not even making your full commission. So it's like, the choice is yours. Are you gonna, choose to be a herb and really just not stand up for what you believe in or what you know you deserve? Or are you gonna go out there, you're gonna grab life by the balls, you're not gonna take shit from anybody, and you're gonna look everybody in the eye that you come across to, and you're gonna send a telepathic message saying, I know who the fuck I am. You're either gonna work with me, or we're not gonna be involved with each other, because I know what I want, and everything else is a waste of time if you're not gonna get me what I want or what I need. So it's like, you really gotta be assertive in life and really not take shit from anybody, not take shit from your boss. It's okay to work a job, 9 to 5, if it's a stepping stone for you to save up money to get you to the next zone. But, don't take shit from the job, because you're very replaceable. People, if you get fired or, you quit, people will have you, the same you, in that door the next day. So don't take shit from anybody. Go get what you deserve. And really just know that this country is in a very weird place right now. The election is coming back very soon. Donald Trump just got indicted for some bullshit reason. These big tech, all these, left-wing progressives, they're really trying to take over for the worst. Everything is becoming, really digitalized. I went to a baseball game the other day. They didn't even take cash. I had to use my card. So everything is really becoming like, I don't know. It's scaring me the way things are headed. Soon, New York City, there's going to be a shit ton more tolls implemented for the government to make more money. There's going to be more laws and regulations, coming in the next year or so. And it's just really disheartening and really sad to see this country headed this way, because America was built on freedom. And freedom is what allows people to think for themselves and build better and build up this country in a strong, sustainable way where we all can collaborate. And when it's just ruled by the government and kind of like a communist style, it's really a scary thing, and people just don't understand it. You know what I mean? And I really hope that this next election, some things will be brought to the light and things will be done a little bit more fair. But, there's really some things that are just out of our control. And, with inflation the way it is, things going up, rising costs, really all you can do is just prepare for war. Like, go treat like making money like you're going into war. Like, make more money, make more opportunities for yourself, because inflation's not going to stop. The country's not going to stop. People trying to bring you down is not going to stop. And all we have in this world is our sanity and, the things that make us happy, our close family, friends, surrounding people. I think that's what's most important. But, we want to live our lives in a way that make us feel comfortable and, being able to think for ourselves and not have people breathing down our necks 24/7. That's the most annoying thing. Just like how New York City just implemented these, speed cameras and stuff like that. So if you're going 5 miles over the speed limit for a second because you had to go take a piss and you were antsy, that's going to gun you. Boom, $50 fine. Thank you from the U.S. government. No, now you're fucked because you just, you got dinged for a $50 ticket for, going a little bit fast. And it's bullshit. It really is. This country is really trying to take advantage of everybody. And, some people are just so oblivious and blind to it that it's disgusting. And all these fucking, 1%ers on the left, they just want control over everything. All the massive, large left-wing billionaires want to be controlling every single body. They want to be controlling the peasants that are us, the workers, and they want to make our lives harder to get ahead. They want to keep us comfortable, but they don't want us to get ahead. They don't want us to thrive. They want to treat us like sheep and herbs, and you be a good little boy, and we'll get you your tax returns at the end of the year. Uncle Sam will take care of you. Don't worry. And no, I mean, you just, you're doing good at your job, Johnny. Why would you want to quit? You're making decent money. Just stay there, bud. You're doing a good job. And they don't want us to become rich. They don't want us to be strong and question the status quo. They don't want us to go out there with bravado, with our chests out and saying, I'm a man and I'm proud. Like, they want to suppress the man. They want the women to rule the country. They want, the feminist ideologies to rule America. And it's really disgusting. It's sad. And because we need powerful men that aren't afraid to challenge people and stand up for, what is ultimately right and the right thing to do. And the moral and ethics of America are kind of being shunned. And, and really just stupidity is rising to the top. And it's just absolutely outrageous. And that's why I made this song, The Real World, just to kind of shed light on really what's going on, why strong men are being put down and shamed. And it's really just, it's disheartening, for America these days. It's very disheartening. So, I'm just trying to focus on what I can control, trying to focus on my music, focus on my brand, focus on making more money, helping more people along the way. We want to start up a brand for you. We want to join you and partner you with EDST, with your beard company. So there's just so much opportunity out there, and I want to cultivate everything together. I want my music to be its own brand. I want my business to thrive. I want to help other businesses, and I want to just be a motivational figure for people to go to and look at as an inspiration, listen to my music, have it on repeat on Spotify, share it to people that might have gone through a similar thing. Because that's all really we have in this world is just, our experiences that we can share together and make the world a better place and going forward and being able to be free thinkers, stand up for what's right and what we know we should do and stand up for what we deserve as well. That's the biggest thing that I want to, spread in my music and in my brand and my journey in this crazy world. And that's really it, man. But I'm getting exhausted. I got to finish my coffee. Thanks for having me on the interview. And we'll probably have a third podcast episode coming up soon. I want to get some more guests on here, get Grimo talking on here.
Absolutely.
So, we'll do a lot more in the future, but this was just kind of an update on where I'm going, where I'm headed, and everything in between. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it.
They don't even know all the shit's been done to keep you at the bottom. They afraid of you on top, nothing scares them more than a soldier here for war. They see you with bravado and they try to take your torch. Ain't nobody fuck with me, I'm a motherfucking G. Words are like a lethal weapon when I'm killing all these beats, turning into Andrew Tate. Ever since they banned this page, regardless I'ma get this fucking money